This is Keith Weaver with the Top Executive Strategy Podcast, where CEOs, COOs, and business owners share strategies for better success. This is 6 questions in 9 minutes because the best strategies are concise business advice. And so we are going to get right with our guest today. And with question number 1, a few sentences. Tell us who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so my name is Josh Dennis, and quite simply, I am a marketer and an entrepreneur. I'm currently running a business that focuses on marketing for specialty medical clinics. So we do everything from building websites, creating content, social media management, and ad management and optimization. And we do that for clinics like dentists and podiatrists, physical therapists, chiropractors, really any specialty medical service.
And a lot of the doctors and, like you said, medical practices out there, they're not very good at networking or marketing themselves sometimes. So they probably really need that service. So
right.
That's a great service to provide. So question number 2, what's the best thing you found about being a business leader?
I would say just helping other people grow. So with our employees, I think it's very motivating and fulfilling for me to see them succeed. And really, I think that's really what a leader should be, is just helping others succeed and helping to push people as high as they can go. So I really love when I see my employees have successes, because that's their success is my success. So yeah, I think that's the best part of being a leader.
That's cool. Sometimes it's the intangibles that make the biggest difference. So question number 3, I hear from other business leaders that a lot of times their people strategy is more challenging than their actual business strategy in running their business. Your thoughts?
I definitely think that is true in a couple of ways. So within the business, figuring out how to create the systems and create the processes for people to follow is challenging. And I also think trying to navigate through people like customers or clients is also very challenging. And it's different for every business, right? So every business landscape is very unique in how their people interact with clients and customers, and it changes obviously from business to business. So with our company, we navigate through people that answer the phone at these clinics, to the office managers, to the doctors. So it's not always just a one-hit sell, and it's not just we can't just work with the doctors. We have to work through their whole staff, and we have to work with all of their managers, and sometimes we have our current clients that some of them we haven't even talked to or seen in years. We work specifically with their practice administrators or their managers, and that's it. The doctors pay us, but other than that, we don't talk to them. So it's kind of a little bit interesting in that way.
But I can see definitely where that would make it a little more challenging and difficult, though.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, question number 4, what strategy would you like to share with other business leaders?
I have a few thoughts on this. The idea is that I have become really good at failing businesses. And I've done this by starting so many that have just turned out not to work, that I kind of have found what not to do. And if you want to fail, do these steps or follow these steps. I would say the first thing to do if you want to fail a business is set up your LLC right away. So do that before you ever, do any business planning. Do that before you ever write a business plan, before you ever figure out your target market. Set up an LLC and start your business right away. That every time I've done that, that business has never worked. It's just like a spur of the moment kind of thing that that I think like, oh, this could be a great business, and here's the name and it's available, and I'm going to go and trademark it and buy and procure the LLC, and well, that never works. In fact, those businesses, like I said, before this business, I have had 3 others that failed, and they all started the same way, where I just had the spur of the moment idea, jumped in, bought an LLC, bought all the name rights and everything, and just started trying to start the business without actually knowing really what the business was or what it was going to do or who it was going to sell to. I would say, like, if you want to start a business, start your business, just test it out, run it, see if you can sell it. And if it works, then set up an LLC. Because then you actually have a something that is going to work, and then you don't have the IRS or the state coming after you for taxes and things that you haven't even produced any money for. So it's just a headache. And then when you have to shut them down, it's a headache. So yeah, that is definitely one of the biggest things that I would say is like your number one step to failing a business is to start an LLC right off the cuff. The next thing would be, start your business without a business plan. Figure out how you're going to run your business, but don't think about who you're going to sell to or how you're going to sell it. The first business that we started, we actually got past the LLC mix up, got our product. It was a business casual clothing line, and got all these shirts. We still have thousands of shirts in my basement. But we got all these shirts and realized that I had no clue how to sell them. I had no clue how to market them, how to do any of that. And so that led me into where I'm now with marketing. So oddly enough, my failures kind of pushed me to this place where I am now, where now I'm a marketing professional and know how to sell just about anything. But it started from having a business that I couldn't sell. That I didn't know how to market, how to brand. I knew nothing of that. And that launched me into my marketing career. So I am super grateful for that. Yeah, I would just say, like, start businesses, try to do it as smart as you can. Use your failures that you have to project you farther, because your failures definitely can deter you if you let them. But if you learn from them, then you grow and you create things that will succeed. So I think the most important thing in starting a business is just to try to fail as soon as you can, because by failure you learn and you grow, and you can turn that failure around and use it to project you and forward. So just start it and try and fail, because as soon as you fail, you'll learn what not to do and what to do.
I think that's great advice. And I love the fact that you're open and willing to talk about those failures. A lot of times entrepreneurs are so sensitive that all they want to do is talk about successes, and they're not willing to even admit failures. But like you said, a lot of times it's those failures that kind of prompt us and push us in the right direction to learn new skills and to improve so that we can be successful. And
right.
It sounds like the pivot to marketing and doing all that has been great for you. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you.
So question number 5, what other successful business owners, CEOs like yourself, would you like to maybe do a shout out to, or you think would be good on the podcast?
I think well, I have a lot. So, I mean, I've learned, I kind of caught my entrepreneurial bug from my dad. He's kind of been my inspiration as far as starting businesses go. And then I've had lots of different business partners over the years, and they each have inspired me in different ways. Joseph Clark has pushed me to continue hustling and trying to push for goals that I feel like could be outside my limit. Nick Elge, he's one that has really pushed me and helped me to really automate business and really think about business a smart way and focus on building the business and working on the business rather than in the business. So yeah, I think those three are probably some of the most influential business owners that I worked with so far.
Well, great. Well, you kind of touched on this a little bit, but kind of a sixth final fun question. Tell me about maybe one of your favorite past bosses.
So really the only I've had a few jobs, but I have worked for myself for most of my life. I had little jobs here and there that lasted a couple months, but I think one of the bosses that really stuck out to me was when I was working for a satellite company right when I started college. I was selling Dish Network, and his name was Steve, but he was a different kind of boss. He was very I guess he just expected a lot of me, and that kind of it was different than what I was used to. But it also, I feel like, helped me challenge myself and push myself and out of my comfort zone, so that I felt more confident to actually pursue like what it is that I wanted to do. So yeah, so I think he was a fun guy, and he was always yelling at us and stuff. So I mean, and it was always, I mean, you just have to know the guy, but he was the kind of guy that was very, smart and kind of I don't know how to better the best way to put this, kind of a smart ass, kind of thing. So, like that's how he was. So,
well, it sounds like he had a good knack for pushing you to find, new heights and be able to do more, which, that's sometimes hard to do as a boss. So that's a great story.
yeah.
Well, it is great having you on. Before we go, can you tell people how they might be able to connect with you?
Yeah. So you can connect with me via social media. My LinkedIn, it's just Josh Dennis on Facebook, or on my email. My email is, you can just grab me at my company email at info@emeraldbeacon.com.
Well, great. Hopefully people will connect with you. And again, thank you for being here, for your insights and stories. And this is Keith Weaver with the Top Executive Strategy Podcast. And for more insights, you can follow us at Weaver Business Coaching. You can find us on LinkedIn. And of course, listen to us on your favorite podcast platform. And we wish you all the best success.